This is how I made more than $22,000 in passive income in less than 2 weeks, almost by accident. Now, this passive income business model works for practically every niche you can think of, regardless of your experience, even if you're a newbie. And some of my students have used this exact model to make anywhere from $7 per sale right the way over to $10,000 per sale. I'll tell you more about that later on, but there's a special link in the description that's going to take you a lot deeper into this method, and that is going to help you to take back control of your life. It's going to help you to build your online product empire quicker than you could on your own, and it's going to help you to get the financial independence and freedom that you and your family deserve. So welcome to ProfitCopilot.com. Mick Meaney here. Now, is it really possible for you to make 20 grand in the next couple of weeks? Well, yes, it absolutely is technically possible for you to do it because I've done it myself. But listen up, let's be real about this. Unless you have the right strategy in front of the right people at the right time, then it's going to be very difficult to achieve. So there are a lot of moving parts to make this work. So I'm going to give you a crash course into the strategy so you can make your own products and get this rolling for you. Because if you're not doing this, then you are missing out on a fortune. And especially if you're doing affiliate marketing, if that's your main income stream, then you are giving away an eye-watering amount of money. I'll tell you how to stop the bleeding today. And if you are serious, then you can go ahead and get that free training session. That's going to take you deeper into making passive income with this strategy. Pretty much every guru you've ever heard of is out there using this exact system to make millions of dollars by selling their own information products. Stuff like ebooks, online courses, masterminds, coaching, all that stuff. Plus, many of them are also leveraging the power of affiliate marketing to dramatically increase their revenue by recruiting affiliates to promote their products in exchange for a slice of the action. And the cool thing is, you don't have to be an expert in your niche. You don't have to have any kind of formal education or qualifications. You don't even need an email list. You don't need to create tons of website content, and you don't need a social media following. To be completely honest with you guys, we're going to go completely against what most of the gurus will tell you, and that's because a lot of the gurus out there don't want you to know this information, because if you knew this, then you probably wouldn't need to buy their products anymore. People are willing to spend money on these digital information products, and for you, there's no manufacturing to worry about, there's no costs there, there's no shipping or handling fees to worry about, and the tools that we can use, well, they're either low cost or completely free. So the 3 tools, or the 3 things you need to create digital information products are, well, content creation software like Google Docs or Canva, or video editing software if you're creating courses. You also need a content delivery tool like Kartra. That's what I use. I highly recommend it. We also need maybe a small advertising budget or highly targeted content. I'll speak more about that later on, because these digital products can be made very quickly. I'm talking within hours and for almost zero cost to you. Now, the 4 steps that you need to take to make your own digital information products are: step 1, you have to make sure that digital products are being sold in your niche. That's absolutely vital for success. Step 2, decide what type of digital information product you want to sell. Now, you're probably thinking the most profitable one, right? Well, we'll speak about that later on. Then step 3, we have to then make the thing and put it online, right? And then step 4 is to promote it. So it's all pretty much straightforward, okay? Nothing too complicated here. And it's pretty much stuff anyone can do. So let's dive into it. So step 1, how to validate your niche, or how to validate that digital products are being sold in that niche. Now, the easiest way to do this, to validate if products are being sold in your niche, or at least digital products, is to just examine your competitors, especially if they're spending money on advertising. So for this example, let's pick a niche. So at the moment, I'm kind of learning about foraging and mushrooms, that kind of stuff. All right, so let's go to Google and perform a quick Google search. So type in some relevant keywords and look for sponsored. The more competitors spending money on advertising, the better it is for you, because they wouldn't be spending all that money unless it was producing a good return on investment. Also, we can take a look at Kindle, so we can see if Kindle books are being sold. Now, I want you to check how recent the reviews are. That's going to tell you if they're still selling. And also, we can take a look on the ClickBank marketplace by checking the gravity. Now, you don't need to see a massive amount of gravity here. You just need to see some activity happening. Now, if everything looks good, it's time to move on to the next step. So step 2, figuring out what type of products to sell. So we've got ebooks, courses, memberships, coaching, group coaching, masterminds as well. And we've also got another one which I'll speak about in a bit more detail in that extra training session in the description. So this really comes down to you and your comfort level. So ebooks, they're not the most profitable, right? If you're a complete newbie, then they're absolutely the easiest and quickest way to get started. But you can do really well from ebooks. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get that ball rolling. Courses, now they're also pretty easy to make and they tend to be a lot more profitable than ebooks. But coaching and group coaching, that's where you can make some serious money. Listen, you can make some serious money from all of these if you know what you're doing. But generally, coaching and group coaching, that's probably where you're going to see some of the big money. So you can do really well with all of these, and it doesn't really matter which one you choose, because I've had students of mine build multi-million-dollar businesses just from selling ebooks. So it can be done, but it is up to you and your comfort level, really. But if you look at what most of your competitors are doing, now on the surface, it's probably going to look like maybe they're just offering ebooks or courses. But the truth is, there's probably a lot more going on behind the scenes than you're aware of. So if you're doing affiliate marketing, then you are probably missing out on a heap of potential revenue as a result. Now, I have got that separate tutorial for you, and that is going to save you thousands and possibly even tens of thousands of dollars. I'll tell you more about that in a couple of minutes. Okay, so now you know that there's a demand for your product and you've decided on which one to make. Let's move on to step 3, right? Step 3 is to make a digital information product. So if you want to make ebooks, you're going to need Google Docs, Canva, something to help you write and design this ebook. Or do you know what? A good way to do it is just to pick up your phone, start recording, start talking about your niche, answer the questions that your audience is desperate to know the answer to, and then transcribe it and edit it into a book. For that, I use a service called Happy Scribe. There's also a very good one called Rev. And do you know what? You could even just pay someone on Fiverr to do it for you. Now, for making courses, you'll need PowerPoint, Keynote, or Google Slides, and some screen recording software like Camtasia or ScreenFlow. I use ScreenFlow, but Loom is a pretty good option if you're on a budget. Also, you will need something like Kartra or Kajabi. At the moment, I am using Kartra, and I do highly recommend it. You can also use it for coaching and group coaching, masterminds, that kind of thing. I will put my affiliate link. Now, for group coaching and masterminds, if you're not using a dedicated platform like one of the ones I've mentioned, then you're going to need software like Zoom or GoToMeeting, and you'll also need a scheduling tool like Google Calendar. That's probably enough to get started with. So let's move on to the next step, which is to promote your digital information products. Now, there are 2 ways to drive traffic. You can either buy traffic or you can earn traffic. And if you follow me, then you already know hundreds of ways to get traffic for free, because I've shared tons and I will continue to share more with you. So today, well, let's talk about buying traffic for a change. Now, buying traffic is immediate. You should get results, in theory, as soon as you start paying for the ad. So we've got Google, Facebook, Instagram. Basically, there's no shortage of platforms that will take your money and allow you to advertise. But I've got another idea for you. You see, while most of your competitors are probably bidding against each other for ad placement on search engines and social media, they're actually overlooking a really good opportunity to advertise on forums. Now, forums are still a viable way to drive targeted traffic to your offers. For example, if you're in let's go with foraging, right? So if you're in the foraging niche, we could go to the wilderness survival forum and then scroll down to the bottom to make sure that there's strong activity on your chosen forum. Then we need to make sure that adverts are being run, and here we can see that they are. So now we know two things. We know there's an active community of people interested in that topic, and we know that the owner wants to make money because they're allowing advertising. So all you have to do is work out a deal, and a great way to do that is to just offer them more money than they're making with Google AdSense, which probably isn't a lot to begin with. And if they're smart, then they're probably using banner ad software to run multiple ads in the same place. They're running banner rotation ad software. So that means they don't have to replace Google Ads entirely or anything like that. They can just drop your ad in very quickly and test it out for you. So while that's a really quick way to get started, if you are serious about taking back control of your life, building your online empire quicker than you can on your own, and getting financial independence and freedom for you and your family, then click the link in the description or go to profitgopilot.com/empire. Thank you for being here today, and God bless.